Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
had so much time left over. That's unfortunate. All right, you can lead with this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Fun fact: he was he,
My bad.
he basically opened up the wrong wrong Ableton file. Like he was supposed to use another song that was like techno. Um, he told me as well, which is why like when I heard the song start, like I kind of had this expression that was like I was surprised, and then the Chinese fans cropped that, and then now it's like a sticker now that people use. Um, so I became a meme basically. But yeah, dude, like this round's like still crazy. And for those of you that don't know, like he's using Ableton, Mark II, and Launchpad and HX effects. So yeah, he it's like basically he sampled Osbot and then like his drums and then played, you know. Yeah, it's the DAW setup that's a little more common nowadays. Yeah, that like similar to what we saw with impedance, just a different DAW and like a different. But yeah, the theory of how everything works is the same. Yeah, how'd you feel about it, Newfie?
I love the kind of style. Um, it's
Yeah,
I'm not very familiar with this guy, but like we watched his elimination off screen, and he had one of the most crazy, unique kind of styles. Like he just came in super, super aggressive, like screaming into the mic, then followed up
yeah,
with like this unexpected, crazy combination of sounds into this killer drop. And it wasn't so much the case this time. This one was a little bit more like tight knit, kind of like bread and butter, but the sound design was absolutely next level simply because of what you're saying. You had so much going on there with the software and the multiple devices. This adds a lot to like the capabilities of like what you can actually create with the music. So that was definitely like present. You can obviously tell listening to this. This is not just simply an MK2 track. Has a lot more going on for it. So yeah, but it is unfortunate that he, like you said, chose the wrong file. I guess having 40 seconds left on the clock for a battle is most of the time an automatic lose because it holds that much weight, right? Like that's a massive screw up, I think. But if we're just talking about the music itself, absolutely sick. That was really cool. But yeah, just unfortunate circumstances kind of followed up.
yeah, yeah. Really unfortunate, but yeah, just the music, the textures, just like hearing it on stage, through the monitors. I was going crazy myself, and yeah, um, it's also funny because this is kind of like him using a DAW before like GBB. A lot of people like kind of know about the DAWs and like it kind of popped off a little more like after GBB, but this was like before, which is interesting to me. It just I didn't even know DAWs were allowed before going into the battle actually. But yeah, also LY is a really good friend of mine now, and he actually, fun fact, he also helped me a lot with Beatland preparation. Just really knowledgeable about sound design and yeah, a lot of stuff. But yeah, we can move on
All right.
to the
So
next
let's see what
round. Yeah.
you came up with, bro.
DUNCAN 准备反击。OK，倒计时，3、2、1。
That's my mom.
Oh, was it? Funny.
Yeah. I see Rashi the backstage,
Yeah.
pink hair.
Yeah, he really stands out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 got the whole room vibing. Make a beat, grab a mic, I'll find it like Slay in the morning. I'ma bring it down, yo. You can't stop me now. Spinning the fire, the Chris, I got the flow. Keeping it real, I'ma be to bow. Loops hit so hard, I'ma knock you out cold. In the crowd, go high, go low, 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 low. It's a groovy, I'ma hit you in the field. Real beatbox is no I'm the real deal, cuz in this battle line, go for the kill. I'm a loop star, wrist star, crazy ass still, yo, in this battle. I'ma make the crowd clap, so pop your hands and party with the boom bap. All these members don't know how to trap. Have you heard his tracks? It's straight up whack, yo, in this battle. I'ma make you bow. My rap she's for me, proud and loud. Team my shit hacks on the fucking crowd, yo, mad twins. Check this out.
Yeah, bro, super sick. I remember listening to this track for the first time. This is actually the first time. This track here was the first time I heard your Beatland, Wildcard, if I remember correctly, right? So
Yeah.
that was what, a year and a half ago now, I think, roughly around then.
Wow. Yeah. Like it was like a like actually less than a year ago, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like 2023 April-ish or March-ish.
Oh. Feels like longer.
Because it was. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, like it's funny too because this track is kind of how I got into the spiral of like heavy basses and all that, you know. Yeah, I used to sing in my tracks before that, so.
Yeah, you showed me one of the tracks, like one of your earlier tracks.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny how things kind of changed.
But it's crazy, man. Like watching you here, right? Because like I've hung out with you now a few times, and like I kind of like get a grasp of like who you are as a person, like your personality. But something, man, like a flip, like a switch, just like flips, man. Like when you're up on that stage, you turn into like a fucking demon, bro. Like you're just like crazy, like stage presence and performance, and you're just ready to like battle and take down anyone in your path. You're kind of like Taco almost in a sense. Like I see that in Taco as well.
Yeah.
Like he seems like such a chill dude, but when he's up on that stage, he just like flips the switch, man, and he just like goes into battle mode. And that's what I saw from you here. It was super sick performance, and yeah, the way you portrayed that track there was awesome. Pretty much exactly how
Thanks,
I remember it, and yeah, just judging by first rounds, obviously I would give it to you. But I think it's a little bit unfair because you know how big of a mess up Lai had in his first round, but yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to see the full vision of his track, so just by default it would go to you anyway. But even with that being said, like you performed that like amazingly, so I think you would have fared very well anyway.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've been thinking about this as well, especially before Beatlands, as in I do feel like me and Taco have a lot in common as well in terms of that, and also the music, like kind of like we're both original in our own ways, of course, but yeah, like the energy and like the rapping, I guess. Yeah, Taco's a great person. Really nice. I got to meet him Beatlands. I got to battle with him Beatlands, obviously. Yeah, it's a crazy battle as well. But yeah, about this round, it was also really like a few things that was really cool that like yeah, so like we watched our elimination off screen as well, right? So and this round when I was performing it, when I started rapping, I forgot to put in the drums for like 2 beats, and then like yeah, and then because the same thing happened, I basically forgot to put in my kick for my elim round, and then I was talking to Jangza about that like after, and then what happened there, I laughed because Jangza was like pointing at me like like I see you forgot about it again.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so
yeah, so
you
I
were laughing in the video.
yeah. Like when I was rapping, like I almost said like Beatlands as well because that was in the original lyrics. It was supposed to be I was supposed to change it, but I just kept laughing and I forgot about it.
Yeah, I thought
Um.
you were doing that like live right now, but I guess that was in the video because I heard that.
Oh yeah. I was laughing on stage,
Yeah. Okay.
basically. Yeah. It's also cool because the judging panel was Jangza, Brez, and Rhythmind, and then one of my like part of my lyrics was like it had Brez in it, like spit in that fire like Brez or something. And then
Yeah.
I pointed at Brez. It was just a nice moment. Um, yeah, and I got to say Mad Twins, check this out
Yeah.
when Mad Twins was in the building.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
just
that's right.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
All right.
Um,
Super sick first round though, bro. Definitely give it to you there.
thanks,
So
man.
yeah, this is a. I'm assuming this is a 2 round battle, right? So
Yeah. Then move on to LY. Yeah.
all right, let's see what it came in with for his second round.
接下来，OK，准备第二轮，
反击反击。
OK，
Oh, bro, no, man.
Yeah.
Do you hate to see
Yeah.
that? You absolutely hate to see that. What happened?
Yeah. His computer crashed. It sucks. It really sucks.
Dude, that is like the double whammy of unfortunate circumstances for this dude. First round
Yeah,
having the wrong file, second round computer crashing. Bro, come
yeah,
on, man. That's so
yeah,
unlucky.
yeah, yeah. It's really, really, and um, yeah. That's why now he's making a producer wildcard, and he's not using Ableton anymore because I mean it's fair. Like when this happens, you know, it's yeah, it's really unfortunate that stuff like this happens. But like the music though, the music is absolutely crazy, and
Yeah. Dude, that's my kind of style. Like genuinely, that's my kind of style.
yeah,
Love
same.
that. I love that style for Loop Station. Um, but again, this is a battle at the end of the day. Put the music aside. There's stuff that happens in a battle that you can't ignore, obviously. So I think just because of those two reasons alone, I think there would be like no chance for him to get through just because of those circumstances. It is very unfortunate, but the reality is
Yeah,
like, you know, not so much the second round. That's like the first round was probably the biggest thing. But
yeah,
yeah, absolutely killer kind of style. Again though, it's very interesting because this battle, this scenario is kind of set up in a way where they're allowing you to use pretty much whatever you want, um, in terms of like devices and whatnot. So, um, you have somebody like Brez, who is like judging here, and like Brez is a sick, like awesome dude. I know that, but he's come out publicly and kind of like has certain opinions about this kind of stuff, especially in like battle scenarios. So, I don't know if you had the chance to like talk to him about this, but like to kind of
yeah,
grasp like his opinion about like people coming into like a battle scenario using a software like Ableton to kind of have like stuff crafted for you beforehand, so it's almost like pre-recorded in a way, right? So I don't know if you had a chance to kind of like discuss with him about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did talk a little bit about it, and it's like the thing about Ableton is it's really hard to understand what they're doing sometimes, and that's kind of one thing he pointed out. And another thing we kind of agreed on is the the performance aspect of it, as in like he even said like I mean I think it's fine to quote him here. It's like to him like even what I'm doing like two devices like that is like looping. But then like with Ableton, it's like it's it's more crossing the boundaries a little bit there. But yeah, because I hold this like of the same opinion, as in technically it's more like sequencing than looping.
Right.
But really, I don't hate on it. I really think do still think it's great for the community. As in, dude, I really enjoyed listening to him on stage. You know, listening to LFO and yeah, and like the impedance wildcard we saw last time.
Yeah.
Like all that would really be it's really not possible in many ways with um just the RC505
Yeah.
and with friends, you know. Um it's a very different story, and like at some point if you're using like a bunch of devices like maybe what Oxygenic did for a GBB wildcard, it's at some point easier and it makes more sense for especially people going into the scene trying to make a name in the community to get a software, and instead of learning 7 devices and having to pay for 7 devices and you know struggling with that because not everyone's a genius like Oxygenic, right? um what he does is also completely mind-boggling and amazing, and at the end of the day I do feel like it's about the music, and yeah, that's why Loopy Pro is also a great option that kind of balances the loop versus sequencing thing a little bit. But yeah, I don't really care how people make um their music. Like it's a little sensitive when it comes to competitions, obviously, but I'm personally I'm fine with it. I competed with them and I had a great time. So
Yeah, and the rules were kind of set in place anyway beforehand. So like in this kind of circumstance, like you get what you get because you you allowed it in the first place, right? So, um,
Yeah.
it just becomes an issue. Obviously, I guess in like that gray area. Like I guess like now it's more out in public perception now. Like there can be standards set in place. Obviously, like we saw with GBB. Where they divided the categories because it was necessary, right? Because when you have stuff like this, it gives you an unfair competitive advantage most of the time. So they divided the categories. But if you're setting, this kind of criteria in place where, like in this circumstance where everything is kind of allowed, then you can't really complain about it, right? So, and you're right. At the end of the day, it is about the music. What I did here was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, just unfortunate that he had some crucial mistakes there that I think will ultimately cost him the battle. But yeah, obviously I can still see, even with his mistakes, that he has a really interesting and creative kind of mind when it comes to creating music, and I'd like to see more from him.
Yeah, he's really, really, really creative and technical in that way.
Right. Yeah. Should we get back into the
Yeah. Yeah. Let's watch the last round.
Cool.
By the
OK，灯看准备开始你的第二轮，准备 three two one。
Alexinho?
Yeah, that's Alex.
Wow.
Are you ready?
That's so sad.
Thanks, man. I did not have lyrics, by the way. I was
Demolished.
doing whatever came up to mind.
Are you ready? Yeah! Demolish the heaven.
That was disgusting. What?
Thanks, man.
Where did you haven't? I haven't heard this one before. I don't think you haven't used this before. That I would have thought.
I used it for my Beatbox NRW ball card,
Okay, I don't think I saw
and
that. Did I see that one?
I
Hmm,
I don't know. I forgot.
yeah.
But yeah, for the wall card, I actually got lyrics from ChatGPT, and I just read off from ChatGPT, which is yeah.
Yo, that
Um,
bro, that was something else. I had to get up from my seat, bro. That first drop,
thanks, man.
so nasty. Ah, the texture, dude. How? Like how? Explain to me.
Yeah. Flangers and delays, honestly, is just yeah. Um, especially delays, like because fun fact, like the SY has so there are three effects of which you can choose from a lot of different effects like the like same goes for the Mark II, right? Um, there's there are separate EQs, chorus, reverb, but for some reason there are three separate delays. So you have like a lot of delays you can use basically. So I would put the delay at a very low time and then like with the feedback on like 50ish, 40, 50ish, just to create that like metallic tone that like really define my style, especially during those days. So yeah, just try slapping delays and flangers. Like flanger without like the rate and depth on, it just creates a note, right? So it's like has a high pitched note sitting on top of the bass line that can create some pretty cool textures.
Flanger and delay, huh? Ooh, probably gonna
Yeah,
experiment
yeah,
with that tomorrow, maybe. Dude,
yeah.
that's so sick though. Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks, man.
I think, yeah, objectively, dude, that's tough. Like, so we don't have like the full fleshed out, vision and versions of Lies, um, tracks that he wanted to do. So obviously, just basing it off what we see in here, you'd win, I think, most certainly. But even if we did have the full versions of his tracks, that would have been a very competitive battle, I think. Which ultimately I do think I would still give to you because I think I value certain things in a battle more than others. Um,
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like what you did ultimately is more impressive simply because you're doing it live, right? For the most part, and it is about the music, and I enjoyed both you guys in terms of the music, but it is a battle, and like
Right.
technicalities for me weigh very heavy. I think so. Yeah, that was a sick battle though, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. It's also it is also one thing I learned from just watching Inky's videos, just like him reacting to the world champs stuff. Like like who he thought won, like he usually it's very based off of who had the more stable performance and who made less mistakes. And that's really interesting to me because I never thought about that like that much, or maybe I've been a little too lenient when like as like just just watching and thinking who won for me. Like I haven't been thinking that too much, but yeah, admittedly that's a big thing in competitions. But yeah, like LY's music is just crazy. Like I wish I was in the crowd at that moment, you know. But like
I think
part
the
of me,
videos did it justice pretty well, honestly. I don't know how that sounded live, but it sounded like absolutely incredible on the video.
yeah, yeah,
So I think ultimately everything always, most of the time, things usually sound, better live. But I think, you know, whoever was responsible for the mastering of the video did quite well, I think, capturing that kind of,
yeah.
you know, authenticity, I guess.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. He's great. Um, yeah. Also, it's just also really funny to see Alexino just standing.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
didn't
chilling.
know I didn't know he was there until I watched the video. If I knew he was there, it probably would have given me like more nerves.
Oh yeah,
But
a little bit of
yeah,
performance anxiety. You just like cock your
yeah,
head to the right, like the last second before you're about to perform your first round. You're like, oh shit.
yeah. That would have been interesting.
All right,
Um,
I think that's
Yeah.
pretty much it for the first video though.
Yeah, that's
Crazy event. Obviously, guys, this is not on YouTube. Obviously, you can tell on the watermark in the top left. This is on Billy, I guess you want to pronounce it. It's not
Yeah,
available
I
on
think so, yeah.
YouTube. So I don't know if anyone else reacted to this stuff, but maybe on the first, who knows? But yeah, I'm really enjoyed this event so far. We watched a lot of the elims off camera. It's been pretty high level, I think. But yeah, this is the first battle that we're watching actually. But yeah, it's pretty sick so far. So if you guys enjoyed what you heard, I guess I can put the link in the description. I don't think there'll be an issue with that on YouTube side. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, you can go check it out. Some really high level loop station here that I'm assuming a lot of people, at least who watch me, probably haven't heard about, probably haven't seen. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to support me though, you can leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. You can check out my Discord channel as well. Links in the description to that. And Duncan.
Yeah, and if you want to support me, you can sub to my channel or follow me on Instagram under the name Duncan Loops.
And other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next Beatbox reaction video.